Alright guys, today I would like to go over my creation, which is a part of the Quantum Manifestation Blueprint, which I'm probably going to be changing to the 5-step complete manifestation system. But this is a part of it. This is a 7-day belief reset workbook, and it goes over 5 different areas of your life so that you can get to the root of those blocks, of how those blocks were formed, and pluck them so that you can flow and have more ease in those things that you want to manifest in your life. So if you've been doing all the steps studying manifestation and still something is blocking it, then this is for you. All right, and this is I'm going to go over just one part of it. I think I'm going to pick the money part because I think that's the part where a lot of people are focused on, just because without money you can't survive, right? And that's where a lot of our blocks are from our childhood, is those scarcity blocks, those fear blocks that have been passed down. So probably, honestly, for generations. And the more we learn about our genetics and our genes, we know those fears are not only passed down through watching and learning how people act, but through our genes. Isn't that amazing? Like, it can be passed down. So this isn't a one-time practice, right? We have to keep thinking about these things and rewiring our thinking into an abundance mindset, into a flow mindset, an ease mindset. And that will help us to just start flowing. So let's get to this workbook. This is a 7-day. I'm just going to read the beginning, okay? So bear with me because it has 5 different areas, so you have to learn like how to go through each area. So let's go. This 7-day process is about identifying and removing limiting blocks that are not aligned with the life that you desire, and then intentionally rewiring and realigning your mind, your body, and identity. That's the key right there, guys. We have to rewire our identity, our way of being, to the rewire your identity to the reality you were meant to live. The one God sees us at our highest potential. So I want to dig into that for just a minute. God always sees us at our highest potential. He always knows what we're capable of. He wrote the story, right? The story's already written with so many different possibilities that we get to choose from, right? So the story's already written, but we choose which level that we are on based on the way that we are being. How do we change our way of being? First, work on the removing those blocks, right? Because that will help us to change our way of thinking and believing. And then that leads to what we will do and act upon, right? And then that leads to what will actually happen in our lives. We don't have magic wands. We have to take the action steps to do it, to bring it into our lives. All right. This embodiment-based workbook is designed as a powerful companion to the Quantum Manifestation Blueprint, the 5-step manifestation system. It is not just about changing your thoughts. It's about becoming the version of you who naturally experiences ease and flow in all areas of your life. We arrive there by gently facing one limiting belief at a time, consistently applying the blueprint practices taking aligned action, and remaining connected to the Holy Spirit's guidance. And that's another key right there, guys, is how do we get from where we are now to that place that we want to be, right? Whether it's money or relationship or career, finding your purpose. There's so many different things, right? So whatever that is for you, always listening to the Holy Spirit's guidance. So how I do this is get into alignment first thing in the morning, right? When you get up and do those little things that you need to do, to take care of yourself, and then connect to God, pray. And I like to just honestly just sit in the presence of God and just feel the love of God, just embody me, right? Like I like to envision God just holding me in his arms and rocking me, like my mom used to rock me as a child in her arms. And I just envision God holding me like my mama did and just rocking me, and I just feel the love of that moment. I encourage you to try that. It's very wonderful. That just automatically just puts you in a higher state of consciousness when you just sit in the love of God and just receive that hug, that love from God. So that's one easy way. There's so many different ways you can get into alignment. Even just doing things that you love, getting out into nature first thing in the morning, and just listening to the birds, listening to the wind, and just sitting in silence and noticing nature, putting your bare feet on the ground, right? Or even just doing something that you love, that puts you in the flow. That can even connect you to God, all right? Or the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is really the entity, the power that brings you the guidance from God. So we arrive there by gently facing one limiting belief at a time, consistently applying the practices, taking aligned action, and remaining connected to the Holy Spirit's guidance. It helps us every second of every day if we can just stay connected to it. So each day moves you through a specific energetic process. Awareness, seeing the current programming that's in your mind. Release, clearing emotional and subconscious blocks. Reprogramming, just installing new beliefs that actually serve you and help you to get to that place that you actually want to be. Embodiment, becoming that version of who already has it. That potential you is already created. The story's already written. You just have to match the frequency of being it and take the aligned action of being it, of doing it, right? And 5, integration, living it in your daily life. And again, that's where the Holy Spirit comes in. The more you listen to the Holy Spirit, the more opportunities that you have to step into that being, that way of living. And how to use the workbook. You go through this process slowly and intentionally. Focus one day at a time and allow yourself to fully sit with each question. Don't rush or try to push through it. This work is the most powerful when you give yourself the space to feel, reflect, and respond honestly to yourself. You don't have to share this with anyone. You can burn it afterwards if you're worried about someone seeing it, right? So, Choose one category to focus on, A, B, C, D, or E, and then answer the questions for that category. And then the categories are wealth and money, relationships and love, career and purpose, body healing and physical trauma, and 5, sexual trauma and sexual energy healing. So again, we're going to pick the wealth and the money section to do today. And again, this isn't a magic wand, guys. You may have to revisit these questions. And as these same thoughts and beliefs pop up throughout your day, think, oh, there it is again. I'm going to rewire that. And all it takes to rewire it is to think the aligned thought. It's like, nope, I'm going to correct that, and I'm going to think the aligned thought on purpose. Okay? Oh, I can't afford, I don't have, blah, blah, blah. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough support, right? Puh. We're going to start aligning with the Holy Spirit, with God, who can supply us and align us with anything, any synchronicity, okay? So just get that out of your mind. Nothing's impossible with God's help, with the universe's backing. That's literally connected to everything, everyone. Okay, so wealth and money. So I want you to just kind of sit and answer these. If you need to stop the video to answer the question, to give yourself enough time, then stop the video and then restart it when you're ready for the next question. And we're just going to do day 1 today. Money is... What is money to you? Money is what? I want you to write it down. Money is... And I'm just going to give you a few examples, okay? So, money is survival, right? This is how we live. This is how we pay for things. Money can be ability, right? If you don't have money, you don't have the ability to do something, because pretty much everything runs on money. And these aren't right or wrong. These are just thoughts, beliefs that we have in our mind, okay? So we're just exploring that right now. Money is how you pay for things, right? Money can also be like how you fit into society, right? Okay, next one. So those are some examples. Now let's just keep going. Next question. Wealthy people are blank. Fill in the answer. Wealthy people are what? Okay, what I'm going to do is just give like a few seconds in between, and then you can turn off or pause the video, answer the question, and then go to the next question, okay? So next question. I was taught that money, what? Answer the question. I was taught that money, blank. To make money, you have to blank. Fill in the answer. To make money, you have to next question. I can't have more money because I can't have more money because being wealthy would mean what? What would that mean? Being wealthy would mean the downside of wealth is and those are the questions for day 1. So I want you to explore those. Take your time on those. Dive into them and really think, And then over the next 7 days, we're going to dive deeper and deeper into it. So as you answer the questions for each day, really dive into it. Take your time. Be intentional about answering them. Be honest. Please be honest. This is just for you, nobody else. And then it kind of marinates each day. You think about those things. And then it builds on the next day as we ask more questions and dig more into our beliefs. So, let's uncover your money story first before we do the rewiring of that money story. And just seeing the money story for itself will help you tremendously. It may even do some rewiring, just the fact that you see it and can recognize what is going on. All right, so day 1, I'll be back for day 2 tomorrow.